right. Hey, everyone. Wolfblade coming at ya with another Real Talk.
Nope.
You can do it now. Go ahead.
As well as Chowster.
Chowster's here too, in case you didn't notice.
Wolf stepping on my line.
But, so the plan for yesterday was to talk about some Switch 2 stuff. And
then real life happened.
And then real life happened. Yeah. So that didn't quite work. So we're going to talk about it today.
We're
going to kind of give you our thoughts and opinions and everything. We're going to kind of recap everything. It's not going to be like a live reaction video or anything like that, because we've already seen it, experienced
Speak for
it,
yourself.
and
I've seen absolutely nothing. I know nothing.
why do I feel like that's a lie?
Because it is.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, we, and obviously, like, the entire internet is gonna being flooded with information, and you know, of course all the news outlets are reporting it.
It's imploding.
It really is. There's the good, the bad, everything.
The ugly.
The very ugly. So I guess we should just kind of get right to it, right? Like, we're
Sure.
because there's gonna be a lot to talk about as we go through.
I'm gonna say it is like an hour long.
Yeah, and that's not including all the additional information that came out.
Yeah, there is a lot of crap.
Alright, let's see. We're gonna go ahead and start this thing up. Do you want to give us a countdown?
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, sounds good to me. Hey, Vicious.
Hey, Vicious.
I made it! You did! So, if I have to turn up the volume, let me know. Hey, Uber. So we're just kind of sitting back, relaxing. We're gonna rewatch the direct, and like I said,
Restream's going, goodness.
Wolfblade's the coolest one, right? Okay, so starting off, looks like Mario Kart. What were your honest thoughts about Mario Kart?
Why are you acting like we haven't seen this?
I mean, we have seen this. Like,
Yeah.
but like, what are some of your thoughts about, like, when you saw the trailer? Like,
Looks like Kurt.
I think it's really cool. Like, especially
I do think it's cool.
all the depth, everything except the price. Thank you, Vicious. I was going to get into that later, but sure, let's just address the friggin' Super Mario Wonder elephant in the room. Yes, it's $80.
Mario Kart elephant,
Right.
suit.
Right. Yeah, it's $80. 80 doll hairs, and that's astronomically stupid. And everyone's upset.
But you could grind.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing a lot of grinding with that price, too. Cow! Okay, you gotta admit, you gotta like the cow. The cow was cool.
Yeah, the cow's great. I know that's what we immediately reacted to.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we all texted cow.
Yep, so, yeah. Me, Chowster, Tiop, we were all, like, talking, like, texting each other. And, well, while we were watching this initially. I think it looks really good.
Honestly, yeah, I do think it looks good.
And like I said, before, like, it's $80, or $50 if you buy it in the Switch bundle or whatever. I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2. And people are complaining about it left and right. But no one's saying, hey, I'm not gonna buy Mario Kart. Like,
yeah, basically everyone's like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's like, so, but it is stupidly expensive. I'm not gonna give it any fault for that, and then or I'm not gonna give it any pass for that. But I mean, look at how expressive they are, and look at, like, it just looks so good.
Yeah. I mean, I will say it does look a lot like just Mario Kart 8.
You don't think like the interconnected worlds and stuff is really cool though?
No. I'm just seeing like the same art style, same whatever.
Honestly, it really doesn't. If you sit there and compare the two, it is really different.
Well, like the characters look like it's like the same style, which I'm not saying is bad. I don't think Mario Kart 8's style was bad. I mean, the courses look more...
Why do we have...
realistic? I don't know.
There you go.
What's going on?
I had closed captioning on if we're a different language, apparently. But
oh yeah, so do I. What's the crypt? That's not... I don't know what that language is. French? Why French?
So, what's really cool is there is a lot of, like, different costumes and stuff for the characters, which is cool. And some of those costumes are pretty sick. 24 racers. I mean...
There are multiple checkpoints along the way.
It's Mario Kart Battle Royale.
It kind of, in a way, it is, sort of. People were calling it, like, the Forza Horizon of Mario Kart, like Nintendo's Forza.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's other games that have done that too, but yeah, I guess Forza's probably the one that people
I am absolutely in love with that Peach outfit, though. That Peach costume. As is the entire internet.
Sure. Here's the thing, though, is like... we'll see if... like, what are you doing while you're doing this open world exploration? Like, does it matter? Does it whatever?
Well, what do you mean exactly?
Like, okay, sure, you between, like, Grand Prix, like, obviously you're driving to the next course, but I'm talking, like, just as you are driving around just the continent, or whatever you want to call it. The
like
world,
free roam?
if you will. Huh?
Like free roam?
Yeah, the free roam, like, Forza Horizon thing. Like, what are we doing? Like, what...
So apparently there's like a lot of like secrets and stuff like that.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Like there's a lot of like different secrets you can find and things.
Sure. And that's fine.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added
The C button? I love how they just like are like,
let's take a look at
you guys didn't know about it at all.
Where are you at right now?
The
I feel like
Joy-Con
you're
2?
somehow ahead of me and I don't know.
Yeah, Joy-Con 2. You need me to stop?
No, I'm trying to catch up to you. So, C button, she's sitting on the couch.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Nintendo Discord is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
I think it's about damn time. I don't know why they just didn't implement regular Discord though. Like, just... But you know they gotta do everything in-house and do everything on their own.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Yeah, of course. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I wanted to see if that's something they do. Probably not, because it's Nintendo and that's just what they do. It's not do things like that.
Right. Because they know best.
While using the game chat feature,
Yes.
Which is really annoying.
They always know better.
Oh, okay, but you're still behind me, right? Alright,
You think us scrubs can know what we want?
Oh, I know.
From a distance.
But honestly, like, this right here is giving me, like, We Speak nightmares.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a boat?
Okay, nice.
It does look beautiful. It's opaque.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too.
You see how you get hit by a boat?
A boat, yeah.
If
How'd
you
you get hit
open
by
the
a
chat
boat?
menu and turn on
Well, I was in the ocean.
Good job. There we go.
Well, you see.
You can also share your game.
So you got
Did you see something?
5 frames a second screen sharing.
They can do that?
Can do it?
You guys, I just did it.
I mean, I was gonna say, do you think that's actually? Do you think it's like a beta thing still? Like they're still
Nope,
working on it?
I think that is absolutely what's gonna happen, like retail. Like I'm not even unironically, because
No,
You
sure.
can chat to your heart's
um
content, even while playing different
because Pokemon did the same thing where they played it off as like, oh, this could be just beta. No, it was the final product.
It's beta live.
So cute.
I mean, but at the same time though,
guys of your game.
do you really need anything more than that when you're just kind of screen sharing with friends? Like,
Honestly, that's what I kind of said and thought as well. Of like,
Or expand
yeah, it's not great, but it's also like doesn't matter.
right. As long as you, so it's like the idea is getting across. I mean, that's basically what we do for freaking Discord already.
so everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. Wait.
And it's cool that you could do like stuff like this where you're like hide and seek or whatever, you know?
Let's take a picture here.
Yeah.
Smile.
But that's what I'm saying. What are you doing in that open world stuff? Is like you're just making your own games, which is fine, but also, what's the point?
The C button,
Hey, T Up.
pull up a chat.
Are you gonna
Up,
join
T-Up?
us? Give us your opinions?
Actually, guys,
It's basically Discord.
Well-
Yes, it is basically Discord.
It's Nintendo Cord.
Here,
What did I call it? I think I called it Switch Cord.
and more.
The
And
Switch
then
Cord.
Yeah.
by connecting this camera to the system.
The camera's pretty cool. I think the camera is actually pretty cool.
Yo.
It's $50 though,
Everyone doing good?
and I also heard that any USB-C webcam will work. So you don't actually have to get Nintendo's
Here's
thing.
how it looks with just the camera.
You mean I don't need to spend $50 on a webcam?
Right.
Can you wait for me?
But I guess it's like,
Look forward to games which use
really
the camera feed
solid.
like this.
well,
No.
talk to us while you're grilling steaks then.
Left. Okay.
Steaks. Right there.
Using game chat.
Uber, I know your thoughts on this
You
stuff.
can play games and hang out.
Hope you brought
as if
some
you were
Worcestershire.
together in the same room.
Worcestershire.
Or compete
Worcestershire,
in games.
as T Up would say.
Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition.
Decide your own rules.
Or
I mean,
That's
again,
so
I know-
anti-Nintendo.
main families.
I know it's just Discord,
All together,
but I still like that it's
anytime,
still like you
anywhere.
are.
Right there in the system, like right there.
Well, sure, but also like you're playing your own games and whatever.
Yeah.
In developing game chat,
Can you screen share on PlayStation, Xbox?
enjoy playing online with others,
I don't know.
including family and friends.
I haven't
Almost as if
messed
you're
around
all
with
playing
PlayStation
together
or
in the same
Xbox in
place.
a long time. Like on a personal level.
The
Yeah.
camera you saw in
Covered
the trailer is
news.
the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
I like that it's been built in with the system.
Which online
Like
members
it's
will
been
be
since
required
Wii
to
U.
I mean, hey, Wii U had the
If you'd like
the
as many
Wii
people as
Speak
possible
channel
to experience
or
it,
whatever crap it was.
it will be available without a membership for a limited time. We hope you'll try it out.
Yeah,
Additionally,
I guess it's kind of cool that they're giving that trial period, but
controls app, and different settings can
Yeah.
be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child
Parental
wants to use
controls.
game chat to play with their friend.
I like this little clip that they made.
like to introduce another
Yeah. No, you cannot talk to Goomba. I don't like him.
On Nintendo Switch,
This is kinda
you
cool.
Just have one game. You can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together.
Yeah, hey, they're bringing back
Two,
DS
you can play
features.
together locally on
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
systems.
like literally like download play.
Game share.
Yeah, but it could.
As shown
I would say it
here,
works online,
even
doesn't
games
it?
that require multiple screens can be played
No, it's only local play.
compatible game. With Game
Oh.
Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also
Yeah,
have
it's
I thought they also
literally
said online works.
or a Nintendo Switch
no
system.
local play with other
Share a game
systems.
with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also supports online play with other
Oh.
Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends.
Oh, it supports online play though. So like you can like
GameShare can only be used
say
with
like
compatible
you
games.
share
This feature is
Mario
planned for
3D
programs,
World with
starting with a free update
Jess, and then
51
we play
online
online together or
classes on
something.
Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
I mean, yeah, Uber, but also it is like it is a very
We'd like to
consumer
show you
friendly
the
thing.
Nintendo Switch 2
Oh,
system
yeah.
itself.
I just think that they shouldn't be taking away features like that with their handhelds and whatnot. They should have been keeping it and building off of things,
At
but
7.9
I mean,
inches,
sure.
Switch 2
I
has a
agree.
bigger
Street
than
Pass.
screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo
Mhm,
Switch.
mhm.
The system's thickness remains the same.
but you know what's really kind of interesting is, you know how like the Switch with Switch 1,
You can enjoy games in
they were
clear detail on the
all
1080p
about-
screen.
yeah, 1080 screen, look at that. 120 frames a second.
The screen supports
Um,
up to 120 frames per
They were
second,
all about like, you know,
allowing
you could play at home or you could take your Switch on the go.
Yeah.
Now,
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR.
now it just seems like it's like, yeah, you could take it on the go, but this is really just a home console.
The all-new Joy-Con 2 controllers connect.
I mean, yeah,
magnetically.
if they're taking away
Drawn
basic
magnets
features,
keep
Uber,
controllers
I
firmly attached
completely
to the
agree.
system. Detach a controller easily by
I
pressing
agree.
the release button on the back.
There should have never been a
The SL and SR buttons
Like,
are bigger, for
taking
greater
stuff
comfort
away.
and control
Right.
when playing with a Joy-Con 2
But also,
held
like,
horizontally.
that's a Nintendo specific thing, and I at least appreciate it. Like, I at least like
The
that they're
left and
bringing
right
it back.
sticks are now larger.
Right. Yeah, Wolf is gonna blast 1080p forever.
Each
Well,
Joy-Con 2
my whole
controller
setup right now
used as a
that has
mouse to
worked
play
for
with
me
compatible
for
games.
over
The left and
12
right
years,
Joy-Con
maybe even
support
15
mouse
years,
controls.
depending, is 1080p.
By adjusting the audio balance
Does
between
Twitch
the
support
range,
4K?
sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer.
Well, not Twitch. I'm just talking
I'm
like just
saying.
my normal setup, like my TV, my HDMI
Built-in
cable.
microphone, so you
Sure.
can voice chat
It's
with
all just
friends anytime
1080
via
60.
game chat.
So,
Yeah.
It also uses noise canceling
and I'll
technology
probably
to
just
filter
stick with
sound.
that for a while, even though the 4K 120 looks freaking sick. And it did, like, I was watching it on my Microsoft Surface,
Games
like the
more immersive,
this trailer actually, and I had it in the 4K whatever, and it looked awesome. 3D sound.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large
That
sturdy
3D sound.
stand.
I love how like also the kickstand was like a big contention.
In addition
Mm-hmm.
to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system,
Yeah, that starting
one
kickstand
top
was
as well.
garbage.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Yeah, so you can use it as a charger, or you can plug your camera in or whatever. So that's actually what it's
Nintendo
for, is the
Switch 2
camera. But
comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of Nintendo Switch.
They might be
Storing
including other
downloads,
things.
save data, and more.
also, this is cool. Improved loading
Reading and writing
times.
Data is also faster.
4K support.
Use the Nintendo
So yeah, the
Switch
loading
to connect to your
the
TV
loading
and
times
enable
for
up to
old
4K
Switch games is kind of
resolution
cool.
for compatible games.
Yeah, yeah.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Yeah, see, that's cool. I thought this was weird too that they pointed out that it had a fan. Like,
Keeps your
like
system cool. This helps
who
keep performance.
cares? I don't think the consumer is gonna care about that.
On Nintendo
Yeah,
Switch 2,
I mean-
you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
The Switch 1 dock doesn't have a fan, does it?
No. It's literally just
I mean,
it's like 90% plastic and there's just a tiny chip in there.
Yeah, yeah.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and
I don't know, it seems like an improved Switch to me.
and to help players better
It isn't
understand
just
the
an
Switch 2
improved
hardware,
Switch.
we're currently
I mean,
developing
it's mostly just an improved Switch, but
Mr. Kawamoto.
I think what they mean is it's not just like an expansion. Like, it's not just like an OLED model.
Right, yeah. Okay, so your thoughts on this one?
Exclusive.
I was fine with it.
Until...
I found out it's paid.
I'm standing over
Yep. So you gotta pay for this tech demo, which is stupid and should have just been a packing title,
Let's examine them.
which everybody on the internet has said this.
Where are the magnets?
And like, if anyone...
The Joy-Con
If anything was to like signal like Nintendo's greed,
system.
it's this.
The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con
It's wild to me that we live in a world
So that's how they attach to the
where you get
A magnetic circuit
Astro's Playroom
so they
for
won't easily
free,
attach.
and then they don't have this for free.
Through examining signs
Right.
like these, you can
Like, if
discover
it's
all sorts of
anything
secrets about
over
Nintendo Switch 2.
like $5,
Another example.
I heard
don't
it's like
even-
$5.99. It's gonna be like
And when
$5.99.
combined with the gyroscopes,
all right,
And
I guess.
and I still
it still
will
feels
probably
a little
not.
stingy to
Yeah, I
whatever.
will not care.
cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2.
I will learn how all the different features work
Controls and gyroscopes.
by
things like
playing the games that I want to play, not
There are secrets
a
to
tech
discover
demo
I will
that-
say
playing
that
games and tech demos.
at least it's better than the Switch
Some of the
1
secrets
tech
range
demo.
from the unique features of the system.
true.
Tiny details you might
That's
not notice
$50.
There are
True. That should have been a packing title.
Uh-huh.
Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch as a
It's
big
wild
digital
to
game
me
on
that
the
they're
same
like,
day
1-2
as
Switch, yeah,
Switch 2.
$50? That
Please
sounds
check it
right.
out if you're
And
interested.
It'll
never lowered
launch.
the price.
It'll launch the same day as a paid digital-only game. Like, it's so dumb.
This is the game card for
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
Red game card.
Same shape
Pretty
as Nintendo Switch
pretty
game
rad.
cards, but
Pretty
it's now
red.
red, and it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional
And then the micro SD Express.
Switch 2
That's going to be another issue for consumers. They're not going to know the difference between
high-speed data transfer.
micro SD Express and just a regular micro SD.
Yeah.
They're regular
Probably.
micro SD cards used for Nintendo.
Well, look at the example. Like, they have EX on it already on the regular one, which stands for something else.
You can log in
But you would think it says Express, and it's like,
transfer feature. With this
Yep.
feature, you can transfer save data, digital games, and more. We're also releasing a new
Pro Controller 2.
controller.
I was actually thinking about
It has a C
buying
button, which
one.
launches Game Chat.
Pro Controller 2,
There are
they
new
don't
UL
explain the
buttons
buttons.
You can use to assign existing button controls.
Well, the GR and GL, you mean? The triggers?
No,
Or the-
I do not care. I want to know about the D-pad.
A few new
Oh,
features,
right.
and
I forgot you're hung up on that.
the official Nintendo Switch 2
The Pro Controller sucks so bad.
It's literally the best thing they ever made, but okay.
The Switch Pro Controller?
Uh-huh.
We hope
False.
you check that out as well.
If you say
They've
so.
made a better Pro Controller.
And now, the Nintendo Switch 2
They
launches.
literally went backwards.
Nintendo Switch 2
If you say so.
launches on June 5th.
If now I will.
We're very
The
much
Wii
looking
U
forward
Pro
to
Controller
giving
is
you all
better.
to experience it.
Okay,
By
well,
far.
I will give you this. The battery life in the Wii U Pro Controller, hands down, yes, amazing.
Broadly speaking,
The feel of it.
Why did they have to do the face buttons the way they did is beyond me.
Nintendo Switch 2 game.
What do you mean?
The ABXY and the other stick just flip-flopped. It's so uncomfortable.
Compatible games that were released on Nintendo.
What are you talking? Isn't this like the same?
No.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition games are the third.
Oh yeah, it's above. I don't know. I still
Some
think it's
games
fine.
that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals.
But I will say that the marshmallowy triggers
Now,
on all of
Nintendo
the
Switch 2 edition of Super Mario Party Jamboree.
on all of the Pro controllers, like it's just garbage. There's so many times that I would get false inputs. it was maddening.
Upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands
So,
the base game and adds new
not to move on from that, but what do you
Move on from your rant.
what do you think about the Switch 1 games being like with like the Switch 2 stuff, like additional stuff?
I want to know what it requires in order to upgrade.
Well, they have like physical standalone cartridges that's like 70, 80 bucks, like 70 bucks.
Goodness gracious.
So like Mario Party, so you could get like Switch 2 version of Mario Party Jamboree with this enhancement thing packed in for like 70 bucks.
Yeah.
Which, sure. But if you already bought Mario Party Jamboree, like for Switch 1, then you can just buy like the digital like version of the upgrade thing.
Well, so there's also something else with the upgrade though. I don't know if you know. If you have NSO online, apparently you get all the upgrades for free.
One, you have to have expansion pass, expensive pass. And then
it is with the expansive pass. Sorry, you're right.
And then I thought that was only the Zeldas. I thought only Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
They were saying they just listed it as Switch 2 upgrades. Maybe they only meant Zelda, but I thought they meant like everything.
Okay, well, I mean that'll make it worth it if you have that. But what happens when your expensive pass goes away?
Then you don't have the upgrade anymore. And
let me just undownload. Let me just update this.
They do that now. What are you talking about?
Downdate this.
They literally do that already with the DLCs and stuff. You're like, oh, can't access your DLC. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. If it's like $10 or something to upgrade, then fine. But
which, I mean, that's what PlayStation was, but we'll see about their pricing.
Because some of these games really just need the benefit of the extra hardware, like these two games.
Yeah, like the games that I want to see like better, like Bayonetta. Bayonetta needs it so badly.
But you know what's crazy is Nintendo didn't give us any of this information whatsoever, like as far as pricing and stuff like that, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, and they're like, yeah, we don't want to talk about it. We were like, oh, peace, we'll tell you later.
And everybody's like they're just kind of like hiding right now. Like everyone's just saying like Nintendo's just kind of hiding and don't want to.
On their website, they say what the price is.
Guidance activating.
I heard that the information was kind of buried though. Well, we'll look at it.
Not really, because it's just like, how do I buy this? Oh, here's the prices. Like, oh, okay, cool.
This is cool, though. This is actually at least something useful for that Nintendo Switch app.
Yeah, so we were, again, I was watching the... I know we're jumping ahead here, but I was watching the Treehouse, and yeah, it is cool.
It's like, how much are you gonna use it?
Well, you know, it's one thing that if you're like, oh, I'm gonna try to do all the shrines, or I'm doing all the whatever, like, where is this crap? I can't find it. Like, you literally have a GPS that, like, will lead you to it.
Right. But yeah, of course it's gonna be a deliberate decision not to give you the prices, because they want you to just see all the cool features that Nintendo Switch has to offer. You know,
and they don't want another PlayStation 3 situation,
right? Yeah, so they're just gonna kind of like skate away from that.
$600, but no, I know. I'm just thinking of $599 US.
Well, that's where they're at.
But I mean, it's not. It's, you know, just 500.
No, I know.
In addition to standard controls,
You can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay on Switch.
Honestly, mouse and Metroid,
Plus, you can explore
fantastic.
the immersive world.
I wanted your opinion on mouse controls. Like, what do you think?
At 120 frames per
So the biggest hurdle, if you will, that they have here is how on earth is that going to feel after even like a half-hour amount of time? Like, is your hand just going to instantly cramp up because you're just holding onto this thing sideways?
Right. I would think it would be kind of comfortable, to be honest, like just like a regular mouse, but
I mean, I feel like their mouse, like that specifically, was really them going, hey, look at all these PCs trying to jump in our space, let's go jump in their space.
It could be.
You know? I mean, I don't know.
If you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game,
I'm all for it though. I would love to see like RTSs, I would love to see like there's so many games on like Switch, like a lot of crafting games, a lot of whatever, that scream mouse controls. Like they were made for PC.
Right. Mario Maker 3.
But then honestly, everyone keeps talking about Mario Paint and how cool that would be. And honestly, I don't know. I hope they do that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I wouldn't mind Mario Paint, but Mario Maker was kind of like based off of Mario Paint initially, anyway.
Well, sure, but I just mean like, I'm sure they, it's Mario Paint, and then you do music and you do whatever. Like, I'm sure they can add some more features and whatever to it.
What do you think about drag and drive here?
Honestly,
as far as mouse
cool.
control.
I don't know if I like the weird tank control thing going on, but I think it looks kind of fun, but I don't know if I'll play it.
Yeah, I'm not really that interested. I think it's interesting, like, using two different mice inputs in a row, like, at the same time, I mean.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, this doesn't look like... This is, like, kind of like the ARMS of Switch 2, like, I don't know, I'm not in.
I like the inclusion, if you will.
Well, yeah.
I know that's controversial these days. But I like that it's like, hey, there's this handicap sport that like is kind of cool. Like here's you can play it. I don't know. I like it.
In Drag and Drive, you'll use both Joy-Con 2 controllers.
It's an interesting concept.
Pull off various moves.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't look... I don't know.
Yeah, Rocket League of Switch. Yeah, I guess.
Next, here are some games from our publishing and development partners coming.
I feel like it's going to be kind of dead on arrival, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, ARMS had a community.
Yeah, I guess. So, right here, some third-party stuff. So yeah, what'd you think when you seen Elden Ring on?
I mean, I figured. I mean, it's such a popular game. Why would they not?
Maybe this will be my chance to actually play it.
There you go. You wanna play through Elden Ring on Switch 2?
I might. Yeah, I never played Elden Ring, and I heard it was good.
Mm-hmm. You do know what it is, right?
Well, it's from Software, so I assume it's like a Souls-like.
Hey, I'm Greg Casano.
It is definitely a Souls-like.
Here to say that Hades 2 is coming.
I don't know if I ever told you about this. I purposely bought it on PlayStation. Because I'm like, let's see if Chris Serva wants to play it, and see if he gets into it at all. Because he has my PS4, so when you buy like a PS5 game, you get like both editions. So I'm like, okay, let me see how this goes. Well, I was like, oh, I saw you tried it or whatever the other day, And he goes, yeah, I got stuck on this one night and you're like surrounded by like water and whatever. And I'm like, what is he talking about? That doesn't even sound like that game.
Right.
And I immediately thought, I'm like, oh, and the people who have played Elden Ring will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I was like, oh, you mean the tutorial boss? I'm like, oh no. Like, I just passed by it so quick, I didn't even think about it, but I guess that's where he got stuck.
So, I have a similar experience with Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, I know.
Yep. I couldn't get past the tutorial.
I'm in need of a new arsenal.
Well, I mean, again, the one wolf, like, right off the bat is kind of meant to kill you. I mean, you can definitely, like, any of the bosses in Souls games, you can beat them.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're meant to die.
It just wasn't fun.
I like that there's another Daemon X Machina game, even though I probably won't play it. But it is cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that there was a sequel.
Yeah.
All children, bring hope to our lives.
I thought that it was actually gonna flop, like the first one was gonna flop, and that was gonna be it. But no,
well, I think it did better on PC because because the frames are so bad.
Right. This Split Fiction right here looks really good.
Yeah, me and Jess have played through it.
Yeah, it looks solid. Like
it's so good.
I wouldn't mind checking it out.
Of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the day Switch 2 launches.
At EA Sports, we're bringing fans together.
But yeah,
both on the pitch and on the gridiron.
That's one thing that I can definitely say is, like, there's gonna be games to play. Like, there are games to play day one, Switch 2.
Yeah.
It's in the game. Hi, I'm Alan Tu from Avalanche Software. We are bringing Hogwarts Legacy. With enhanced graphics,
which I think is funny. It's like, hey, we couldn't really run it on Switch 1, but here you go.
Right.
And the new mouse controls on Switch 2.
Speaking of not running real well, Fortnite is also going to be a launch title on Switch 2.
Yeah, that'll do a little bit better.
Oh yeah, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 too. I forgot about that.
Which is cool. I couldn't remember. I thought, I was like, oh, is this announced like on during the direct? I'm like, oh no, that's right. I forgot it was like a Twitter drop, like, hey, we're making this game. Like, oh,
right,
okay.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
You guys couldn't have like done something like more substantial.
Well, I think it's, and then SpongeBob. It's funny, SpongeBob collab.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
But I think it's cool that the Switch 2 is actually getting like current
third-party games.
Yeah. Like, so, you know, it's like they caught up with PlayStation and Xbox, you know.
Yeah.
Which, again, we're kind of in this era of diminishing returns when it comes to power and stuff like that, so...
Oh, we absolutely are, yeah.
So, you know, Nintendo closed the gap, even if they don't have as powerful hardware in their system. These games aren't utilizing all the full potential of the PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that anyway. So, yeah, it's just, they caught up. Also, everyone's favorite spy coming.
James Bond.
Wonder if it's like a GoldenEye remake.
That's what I'm wondering, yeah.
The story of light and shadow.
I don't want to stay tuned. I refuse.
Bravely Default.
I was gonna say, did you ever play Bravely Default?
I did not, and this is making me very intrigued to do so.
It always seemed good. Hey, what's up?
What up, boys?
What up? Hope your steaks turned out good.
You know, I was actually just prepping them, but yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go figure T-Up would show up right at Bravely Default.
Classic. I'm actually pretty hyped about that.
You gonna get the HD remaster?
I probably will, yeah, to be honest.
Did you play the other one? Did you play the original?
Put a stupid amount of hours into that game, dude.
Oh, okay.
Nice. A stupid amount of hours.
T-Up's a RPG guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the ones that I like, just next to Xenoblade, the amount of hours that I put in. So, crazy. I've been following and listening to you guys on the stream, so I've been kind of caught up with the same thing to kind of get in. So wherever you guys start at, that's where I'm
But for now, we'd like
kind of going with.
Developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
Oh yeah, Koei Tecmo. So yeah, we get a third Hyrule Warriors game.
Yeah.
I am actually excited about it.
Yeah, I know you're the Hyrule Warrior fan.
I mean,
I am.
I like that it's like, hey, here's some story going on, but I just don't care.
You don't like the hack slash stuff?
It's just so boring. It's the same thing every time.
It's fun.
I wish it was more fun. Like, you would think like, oh, hey, I'm beating up an entire army's worth of people. Isn't that cool? But it's like, you can only do that for so long before it becomes just tedious.
I can feel that. Like, it's kind of like Space Marine in a way, where I'm like, I love that. I love the crap out of that game, but then it's like, okay, I guess, you know, at one point it's like, okay, it's overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's more depth to that, you know?
Sure.
Like, I feel like you're really, like, you're doing a little bit more than just, hey, I'm just matching a button.
I do like that every once in a while, though, to be honest.
Well, here's my thing.
Or like the simplistic, yeah.
I mean, you could play as Minoru. That's something. But but here's the thing: the original Hyrule Warriors was a mix mosh of all past Zelda games, and that's what made it really cool.
No, and again, I like the oh, hey, there's this character, and you know, then you could play as them, and it was like a side character or whatever. Like, that's cool.
But and then Age of Calamity was good, but it was a PowerPoint with some attacks. it literally dropped down to like 5 frames a second or something. Like, it was insane. Which I was hoping Switch 2 would be able to help out with that game a little bit and actually make it, like, you know, playable.
Yeah. Nintendo could mail me the screenshots of the game. It'd be faster than the Switch one.
pretty much. So now the Age of Imprisonment, though, I'm gonna guess it's probably gonna be better because there's more oomph there.
I would hope so.
Please take a look at this.
So I'm excited for it.
Was that a launch game as well?
No, it's coming in the winter.
In the winter, okay. Fair enough.
But GameCube is going to be there at launch.
Oh, dude, that right there, I'm like,
yeah,
dude.
So I'm actually thinking about, here's some irony. We get Wind Waker, not HD Wind Waker, but it is HD Wind Waker, just not HD Wind Waker.
Rigatoni, are you in chat right now? I'm sorry, we're bringing this back up.
Oh, but and then Soul Calibur 2.
I mean,
Soul Calibur 2.
No.
And they didn't get rid of Link from Soul Calibur 2. I mean, that's gonna be sick, dude.
Why they would get rid of it?
Holy crap! In the GameCube, I was like,
yeah.
Well, because when they did the Soul Calibur 2 HD, like HD edition or whatever, the HD re-release, all the editions across the board got to keep Spawn and whoever the other one was. I forget who the other guest character was. Was it Kratos? I don't know who it was.
What are we talking about?
Soul Calibur.
Oh no, so that was PS2 and original Xbox. So it was Tekken guy.
Oh, Heihachi.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Heihachi. It was the son.
Oh, Kazuya?
Maybe it was. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. But
and then on Xbox it was Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when they did the HD re-release, all the versions across the board got the special guest characters, but except for Link. So they had to omit Link from that version, which is dumb.
The Nintendo GameCube controller.
Well, Nintendo, you can't be having Nintendo characters on other platforms. This is nonsense.
Yeah, I know. But I will be getting that wireless controller, I think. I think I do want to try to get the wireless GameCube controller.
I wish it looked like the Wavebird.
Sure.
I would love that throwback.
At that point, just go.
You can continue to play
Just
you think what?
A Wavebird.
You think they bring Brawl on?
Nintendo Switch 2. Okay.
Oh, you mean Melee?
Or Melee, sorry, yeah, Melee.
That would be insane. The day that happens, the day the internet dies.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah. Speaking of dying...
Yay!
Deltarune. I freaked when I saw this.
Yeah.
Which you still have not played.
I know. So here's the problem. I literally would have played it by now, except for I'm like, I have to stream it.
You do have to stream it, because I want to see it.
That's what I'm getting at. Every time I'm like, oh, that's right, I have to stream this. And then I don't play it.
Well then, why don't you just get off your butt and stream it?
Because that's how my brain works. I have to set aside time for this. I have no time right now. I need to do this later. And then later never comes because I keep pushing it back because I'm like, oh, I still don't have any time. I still don't have any time.
Well, make time.
It's not that simple.
But,
leave.
Yeah, Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 is coming launch day of the Switch 2, and that is exciting news. I am super pumped.
It is cool.
Definitely expect a playthrough. I played through Chapter 2 in one sitting, which was like an 8.5 hour stream.
That's what I'm saying. I have no time for that.
Well, you don't have to do it in one sitting.
No.
I'm just insane.
We're releasing a Nintendo Switch
No time.
edition of Sid Meier's Civilization 7.
You're a pain in my butt.
In Civ 7, you'll establish an empire.
No time. I have no time to be a pain in the butt.
I would love if you would stream it. I mean, I'm not saying you have to, but I would love if you would, because I think it would be the most entertaining thing in the world.
I have my survival horror game that I still need to finish on stream. I don't know. It's like some weird mental block. Every time I'm like, oh, I should do this on stream. This will be fun. And then I don't because I'm like, time.
Streaming is fun because, like, honestly, for me, it doesn't matter if I'm playing the game or not. All I have to do is just freaking hit a button to go live. And that's it. That's it. There's no difference from me playing the game off stream or playing the game on stream, except for me hitting that button.
Nope.
Like, I'm dead serious.
Oh, hey, this is when I think it's like when the stream cut out, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I was like,
So the stream on YouTube live, there was 1.5 million live viewers watching. And it wasn't a Nintendo thing, it was literally a YouTube thing.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because did Twitch not die?
I'm Dave Crooks from
I don't know what Twitch was doing.
Sure.
But I did hear that there's going to be some words between Nintendo and YouTube, I guess.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like, this is crazy.
What part are you on? Because that, like, Island game?
Into the Gungeon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's when mine started kind of like crapping out. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yep.
And then I was like freaking out. I'm like, dude, I gotta get the pre-order.
The UK side stayed up? Okay. Yeah, and actually that was just the American one. Now that I'm thinking about it, 1.5 million live viewers just for the American stream.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
And then you got the European and the Japanese side. Like, there's a lot of people.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be very difficult to get a Switch if you can't get a pre-order.
Yeah.
Well, I
Just
don't know.
Because Mario Kart is huge. Like, everyone loves freaking Mario Kart.
I want to agree with that, but right now everyone's so caught up on the price of everything that I don't know.
Everyone's gonna complain, and that's just how it's gonna go, and then
they're gonna buy it anyway.
Exactly.
Fair. I mean, yeah,
the only thing that I really do hope, and I don't know, if I'm part of the problem, I don't know. Someone with some sort of authority, let me know. But I really hope that people don't buy any of the $80 games. Well, just because, hold on. I hope that no one buys any of the $80 games, so that it sends a message saying, hey, we're not paying for this.
Right.
But I have a fear, just like every time there's a Call of Duty boycott, and everyone's like, oh, I'm not playing this anymore, forget it. And then everyone immediately buys it on launch day.
Speaking of launching, Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Switch 2. Thoughts?
Is it going on there?
Yeah. That's another thing that happened when the video crapped out.
The Rebirth, you're saying?
No, just
was
Remake.
That Rebirth, or was that was just yeah.
That was Remake.
Rebirth, I thought was only Sony right now.
I'm sure Rebirth will
eventually.
Yeah, just be a matter of
also,
time.
Right here, real quick. Friggin' Silk Song in the middle of the sizzle reel. Just 2 seconds of like, hey, Silk Song.
That's all it needs. That's all it needs.
Like, and everyone forgot about all these other games that was shown. They're just like, oh my god, Silk Song!
Yeah, no one cared about anything after that. They should have known that it was gonna happen.
Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S.
Like, yeah, those are actually really good. I'm sure all these other indies are like, you put us next to what? You guys suck.
Right. But yeah, all these games look really good. Fast Fusion, I'm gonna guess, is kind of like Fast RMX.
Yeah, it's it's the same studio. It's awesome. So
Shadow Labyrinth.
Yeah, Pac-Man. This RPG game. That's another spin-off of Shin Megami.
Fortnite, which actually is looking really good, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as it will be. It'll run nice on the Switch too compared to the Switch. It runs pretty crappy on there.
Yeah, Professor Layton. You hear what? This is non-related, but it's only tangentially related because we were talking about Fortnite. So they are adding 2 rivals. Emma Frost. Is that what? Or no? What the crap? No, wait, hold on. What's the ice girl's name?
Emma Frost.
Oh, okay, cool. I was right.
Even I know that.
But I was like, hey, they were in Fortnite. All right, hold on. We need to be serious here.
Or not.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. This is
the announcement right now, Tio.
Yeah, this looked really interesting.
I give you.
What were we on right now at the moment?
Bloodborne 2.
Oh, you know.
Oh, yeah, dude.
even though it's not Bloodborne 2, it's Bloodborne 2.
What is happening right now? And it's a Switch exclusive.
It is Switch exclusive. It's Switch exclusive from software game. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
So here's a problem here, Tiap.
Easy now.
I don't know if you heard, and I hope this is not the case. We don't really know yet because they have not explained the game and all this stuff. Supposedly, it's going to be a multiplayer-focused game.
That'd be okay though. I mean,
I don't really want that. I want to do the typical like running around an environment, whatever. But here's where I'm wondering if there's like a disconnect. People are saying it's a multiplayer focused. Technically, all the Souls games have been multiplayer focused. You have the messages you can leave everyone. You constantly see other players running around as ghosts. Then of course you could do PvP. So it's like, is that all that's really saying, or is there more to it than that? Like, is it literally like an online game, like a complete multiplayer game? Because if it's something like Night Rain, I don't know if I care.
Sure. I mean, we got a vague 2026 kind of thing on that, so I don't know.
Sure. But
get more info.
If it's just like Steampunk Bloodborne, I am there. I am 100% there.
And on the go?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Chowster just doesn't have time for multiplayer.
Exactly.
I mean, I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. Don't get caught in the FOMO. Yeah, exactly. Like, everything's fine. Everyone chill.
Well, I probably will still buy a Switch 2 day one, regardless.
Well, I mean, I plan on getting the bundle.
Yeah,
if you're, I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, if you're getting Mario Kart, like, it's no brainer.
Yeah, I mean that's strictly straight up like the game. I think Mario Kart is a console-worthy purchase game. I really do. I've always said that though.
Well, I mean,
fine.
What I mean is the $50 like digital edition though, over the $80 physical.
I put like whatever you for the Nintendo thing. It's like, hey, your interest. That was the one I picked.
Yeah, that's what I chose as well.
Yep.
And I'm sure that's what their plan is. I guess. Like, are they just trying to be like, hey, we're gonna make this $80. But really, it's just we want people to buy the combo system,
right?
Like I don't.
Or
it's a little crazy, but
let me throw this one on the table for you. And I'm not going to try to get too political.
We'll be publishing a creator's voice
what if the physical editions are only more expensive because of all the tariffs that are going into place? But yet, the digital versions are just going to be like quote-unquote normal price.
But like the normal price is still 80, isn't it? Isn't it 80 normal, like so 80 for digital and then 90 for physical?
No, that's not right.
So that is how it is in other countries.
In Europe,
I think we're digital 70 and physical 80.
that price really better be getting our freaking content like handed to us on a golden platter here type thing. You know what I mean?
And then,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, and then Kirby Air Riders is the game is the game that Masahiro Sakurai was working on for the last 2 to 3 years.
Which
fooled us with his channel.
Which is cool, but and I know people are like super. No, it's all fine. But we really wanted to see something Kid Icarus.
Well, sure.
But, I mean, I understand that people.
Oh, there's a lot of people. No, there's a lot of people into Kirby Air Riders. Like there's a lot of people into Kirby Air Riders.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I really love that for people.
And people will buy it just because it's a Sakurai game.
Yeah.
I mean, hell,
hear the fiddle.
hell, I might buy it because it's it sounds like he's like got baby pterodactyls in the background or something.
Yeah, that's what the stakes are made of, just pterodactyl.
I'm having pterodactyl night, boys.
I don't think they're supposed to be squawking.
It's like lobster. Actually, that's horrible. I'm sorry.
That's what the lobster sounds like when you put it in the pot of boiling water.
Exactly.
Last trailer for today. Please take a look.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss this, the Switch stream. Just saying. This is hype. I'm actually hyped.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Oh, dude, that looks pretty cool. I was like, oh, yeah, that'll be one I'm definitely gonna buy.
I would say, yeah. I mean, I like the destruction. I still don't like the movie version.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I love how animated and expressive he is. I just think he looks doofy.
No, that's the point.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll grow on me.
I don't know. I kind of like his design. I think he looks really cool.
See, like right there, it looked fine, but there's some things that look like, oh, that does not look that great.
But it doesn't look like Donkey Kong to me. It looks like a different Kong.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's like a million different Kongs, and I'm like, well, he looks like some other Kong, not Donkey Kong.
I mean, it looks cool. We'll see, like, how much the destructive environment stuff will, like, actually be important, and if they can make up some good ideas with it. But, I mean, I'm sure they will.
Big monkey smashes things.
Yeah.
The Donkey Kong Country throwback.
I wish that they would do Donkey Kong 93 or 92, whatever it is.
94?
90s.
99.
Donkey Kong 99.
But, yeah, I would too. I really wanted them to do DLC for Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake.
That would have been so cool if they took... Like, they could just take that engine and make that game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's literally what I always like really wanted.
Platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies.
Yeah, it looks fine.
The ground and just about everything as you demolish your way through
I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but it looks good. I've never really been big into the Donkey Kong games too much.
I was a big fan of that one on Wii U. What was that one?
Tropical Freeze.
Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, that one was fun, man.
Everybody liked Tropical Freeze, it sounded like.
Yeah, they made it on the Switch, too, or whatever, but I already played it on the Wii U at that point, but...
For more details, please check the official Nintendo Switch 2 website.
There's the bundles.
Later today.
For more details, go to our website. Not here. We're not going to talk about the price here. Goodbye.
We have to share.
Yep. And then they run away.
Wait just a bit longer for launch.
Quick.
Everyone's like, what is happening? I love that. I love all the comments that I was reading. Like, what? What?
Thank you.
It's classic.
We appreciate your time. Also, no price. You don't need to know it.
So that was the trailer.
I just remember this comment that I randomly read that I was watching it. Like he's like a guy was like, I guess I'll go back to work. Hilarious. This is great. So that was just a classic comment.
That's pretty good.
So let's take a look at a couple other things that kind of dropped as well. I know my Discord was just spammed the other day.
Yeah, there was some words. There was some words and some feelings. $80, get back here, you cowards!
Right. So, okay. Let me go back here. So yeah, so there was the Nintendo Switch, like how to buy the Nintendo Switch, and like you can like reserve the game, or like on the Nintendo website, which we did.
How to give Nintendo money.
Right, exactly.
Step 1.
Like, which one would you be interested in?
Yes or yes.
Obviously we know the prices of the consoles now. You know, 409 or 449 US dollars.
499 US dollars.
And then the bundle is got Mario Kart in it, obviously, as we've seen, and that's 500 US dollars.
Yep.
And then some of, let's see. All right, so the accessories that go with the Nintendo Switch. The Pro Controller 2 is going to be $80. Joy-Con 2, like the set of 2 Joy-Cons, the magnet kind, is $90.
They're $90, huh?
I bet you're not going to buy 4 pairs of those again, Chowster.
Probably not.
The Joy-Con 2 charging grip is $35.
They're still selling that set? They suck. They suck so much.
The Joy-Con 2...
I bet we're not going to get... It's not going to have a charging dock, like, for the one that comes with the system.
Oh, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's going to be just like how the Switch 1 was, yeah.
Probably.
The Joy-Con 2 strap, so mind you, just the strap, is $12.99, so $13.
What?
Each, mind you. Each.
What, for what purpose?
No
Is it just
idea.
replacement ones, though?
Yeah, I believe so.
Because I was gonna say, I'm guessing it comes, like, with the controller.
Right. I'm assuming it's gonna come with the Joy-Con, the dock, the straps, HDMI cable, power, obviously, like everything you would think like the Switch 1 had, you know.
The sadness.
Hey, you know what? I distinctly remember you were extremely excited when you got it. There was no sadness.
No, I don't know.
Joy-Con 2 wheel, a 2-pack for $20. Mind you, it's just plastic. That's it.
It's just plastic. It's just
the Nintendo Switch 2 camera, so like the webcam.
What is that?
$50.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
For you know what, I felt like that was about the most average priced thing that they offer compared to like other webcams.
Yeah, and like a $13 strap.
Right.
Looking very important.
Let's see, the Nintendo Switch 2 dock set. So I'm assuming it's going to be the dock, power, and HDMI cable. Is $110. The carrying case and screen protector. So this is just like the on-the-go case, not like the big one, but just like the little on-the-go one.
Yeah.
$35.
Oh my goodness. The Switch was $20.
The all-in-one carrying case, so the big jobby, the one where you keep everything in it, $80.
Holy crap.
And then if you want just an extra AC adapter charger, is $30.
Goodness. That was also like kind of why like the dock, the dock for Switch 1 was $80. Like, why? It's plastic. Just flipping.
Yeah, it was plastic with just a small chip. Like, that's literally all that's in it.
Yep.
You got a fan?
Man, that fan is pricey.
Obviously we know the release date to the console. Pre-orders begin April 9th, so that's about next week or so. And the console is launching June 5th.
Do we know?
Do we have a time, like, when it actually goes available for pre-order?
Yeah, I was going to say. And also, the going through Nintendo themselves, wasn't that they start in May? What the crap was that?
I didn't understand it, because apparently you have to have an active account, and then you actually have to have like 50 hours of playtime. Did you see that?
Yeah, but I mean, you have 50 hours, like.
Oh, 100%. I definitely do.
Yeah,
it's their way. It's their way of weeding out the scalpers.
Yeah, just getting rid of bots. So I mean, because they're not going to set up multiple accounts with like 12 months of Switch Online, and also, I have to play 50 hours on this account alone. Like, no, it's not.
I was just a little confused about like when the actual time frame was, because I was like, well, I had like every option that was like a bit like whether GameStop or Best Buy or Nintendo. I like signed up for all of them because I'm like, I want to make sure I try to get the pre-order. I don't know.
Yeah, I might do both just to be sure. I don't know.
So there is Best Buy. Best Buy is kind of doing a thing, and I have the article
doing a thing
somewhere here. Okay, so right here, I'm pulling up some articles right now. Let me get there. Sorry, you can keep going for a minute while I try to find the one article.
Good cooking.
Well, I'm looking at I'm looking for the Best Buy stuff too.
I know it's on.
Pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 games and accessories start Wednesday, April 9th. That's all it says.
Yeah.
Right here. So right here is the article. Let me go ahead and I will do a quick screen cap. I will show you guys.
Show us.
Okay. So right here, Nintendo Switch 2 Best Buy pre-order info. Pre-orders for the console /games/accessories will begin April 9th on Best Buy mobile app and website. Stores will have pre-orders for games and accessories. Most stores will open for a midnight Eastern Time launch on June 5th.
But yeah, still gonna fight everyone online.
But yeah, so they're doing like midnight launch.
But again, pre-orders available April 9th. What does that mean? Like midnight? Or
right here, as usual.
That's what I want to know, dude. You know.
So as usual, Best Buy is the destination for all things gaming. I feel like that's not really true, but okay, we'll go with it.
All things, appliances, and phones, and I don't know. We don't sell anything anymore.
Right.
Number one stop in gaming. Okay.
Pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 games and accessories start Wednesday, April 9th. On June 5th, stores will open at midnight, Eastern Time, 11, all the different time zones. And then take advantage of the Best Buy Plus, take advantage of our local store, our store locator tool to find the closest location to you. My Best Buy Plus and Best Buy Total members will get a $20 certificate for every $150 spent on Nintendo games and gear, up to 100 in certificates. And this says stay up to date to whatever.
That's not my question.
No, I know. Well, I mean, that's all it says, though. Like, that's all there is.
Well, tell them they suck.
Yeah.
So, I guess the moral of the story is, T-Hop, you are probably going to buy it at Best Buy, I'm going to guess?
Yeah. I most likely, just because of, like, the whole, like, member thing. But as it gets closer, I'll let you guys know. I got some of it, like, the email thing, and they gave, like, a separate portal for certain things, so I don't know. I'll figure that out as it gets closer, I guess, towards Wednesday.
So, moving right along, right here is an article of which accessories are going to be compatible with Switch 2. It's what you expect, right? The Joy-Con, Switch 1 Joy-Con controllers do work with the Switch 2. They just can't be, like, attached to the system.
Sure.
Or just jam them right on there. It's fine.
Right. The Switch 1 Pro controller is obviously compatible. The Nintendo brand NES controller, SNES controller, N64 controller, Sega Genesis control pad, all that's compatible. So I'm gonna guess like all controllers are gonna be compatible. Just like Switch 1, you can use literally any controller you can think of.
Oh, the controller.
So even my little 8BitDo microcontroller works great on the Switch.
Yeah.
And then let's see, next, the adjustable charging.
All right,
see you.
So the adjustable charging stand for Nintendo Switch, not compatible, probably due to size.
Sure.
The Nintendo Switch dock obviously is not going to be compatible. The Switch 1 AC adapter is not going to be compatible, probably due to power. This one was interesting. HDMI cable included with Nintendo Switch 1, not compatible. So
that specific HDMI is out.
Well, I think it's because HDMI moved to a new standard. You know, like, you know how like with USB you got like USB 2.0, 3.0. Now they got like HDMI 2.0, 3.0, whatever. It's just, but it's still just generally called HDMI.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's not the case, because you got to remember, if this thing is outputting 4K
I understand.
Yeah, 4K 120 refresh rate. Typically, that's something that only DisplayPort can do. HDMI really wasn't able to do that before, but they're not going to do DisplayPort because what consumer television has DisplayPort on it? So of course they're going to stick to HDMI.
All of them. Right.
So it's probably some kind of new fandangled special HDMI cable coming with it. Regular micro SD cards obviously are not compatible. They need the Express because of the quicker load times and all that stuff, which is again kind of a questionable thing because
I mean, again, like
they look exactly the same.
Like the HDMI being not compatible, I'm sure that's not what it means. Like, I'm sure you can still use it, but if you're trying to do like 4K or do anything like, you know, higher whatever, it's not going to do it.
So it says the HDMI cable is not compatible as HDMI cable standards differ. In order to maximize the performance of Nintendo Switch 2, please use the HDMI cable included with the Nintendo Switch 2.
Which is fine, but it doesn't mean it's not compatible. It just means, hey, use a better HDMI.
It could be. I mean, I'm only reading what's here.
No, I'm just saying there's no device that I know of that, like, this HDMI doesn't work on this thing because it's not high enough, whatever.
Right. I think they just want you to use their newest, latest, greatest accessories so you can get the most power out of it.
I agree. I'm just saying, like, in terms of it is still compatible. It's just not the best.
Sure. And I believe that to be true as well. But we'll see, I guess. I mean, we'll have to see. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just going to be like...
I mean,
yeah, regular...
That basically says the same.
Yeah, regular HDMI is only going to output 1080-60.
Yeah.
Which is literally all I personally need for my setup, but you know. Same thing with the micro SD cards. Now, but I think that one actually is gonna be like it's not gonna work type of thing. Because it's gonna need the Express, kind of like how the PlayStation 5 and Xbox need the SSD type thing, M2s and whatnot, for all the quick load times. For the micro SD Express, and again, this kind of sucks in a way because micro SD and micro SD Express, along with the HDMI cables, they pretty much look exactly identical. Like regular consumer, aka not nerds like me and or Chowster, or possibly any of you guys out there, they're not going to know the difference of the different kinds of HDMI cables.
Well,
they're just going to see it physically and be like,
Nintendo branded whatever.
Right.
You know, it's like, oh, does this work on the Switch?
And they're also going to capitalize on that Nintendo premium price.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because, you know,
they've done it before.
Right. Yep.
They're still seemingly doing it.
Right. Same thing with the, I guess, the Nintendo Switch AC adapter too. Now, I don't know what... I think that's a USB-C charger.
Sure.
I wonder how, if you use a Switch 2 adapter in a Switch 1, how that would work. It probably regulates it just like it...
It explodes.
Well, typically it would. I experienced firsthand doing that to electronics. It's fun. But a lot of the power adapters now do have little brains in them that will regulate how much power juice something needs.
Which is probably for the best.
Specifically, like, you know, Dell chargers and Lenovo chargers, and like for all your big computer manufacturers and stuff. Apple. They just see how much juice something needs and just gives it that amount. That's it. That's why I have on my work desk, I have my work computer, which is just a little tiny like Dell XPS, and I think it only takes like 65 watts or something. But the one on my desk, I have like a 210 watt charger plugged into it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want all the juice. So I think it's going to be a similar situation of that, probably.
Sure.
But yeah, micro SD Express definitely going to probably be required. It's only possible. Oh, right here is a little footnote. It's only possible to use a micro SD card, like standard micro SD card, to view screenshots, videos captured on Nintendo Switch. So that's it. So you need the Express to be able to save your games and whatnot, I guess.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be like, format your SD card.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
hey,
detect
this is
it.
not,
Yeah,
whatever.
right. Okay, moving on. Nintendo GameCube controller adapter is compatible. So again, controllers makes sense. The Joy-Con, the Joy-Con strap, 1, not compatible. Duh. Due to Joy-Con size.
Yeah.
The Joy-Con grip, not compatible. Self-explanatory. The Joy-Con charging grip, not compatible. Joy-Con wheel, not compatible. All because of Joy-Con size. Now this one's weird, kinda, and maybe you can clarify this one for me. The Joy-Con leg strap is not compatible.
Yep.
Do you think isn't that just like stretchy? Like, doesn't it just kind of stretch around the Joy-Con?
Here's the problem. The leg strap on its own, even with a normal Joy-Con, there is so much of the Joy-Con that sticks out. So if it's already longer, then you're gonna have it basically falling out of that strap.
Okay, I see. Can't like tighten it in or anything?
No, it's literally just what's that stuff called? Not Velcro. What the crap?
Yeah, just like the stretchy fabric.
Yeah, what is that called?
Stretchy
the old
fabric.
Stretchy fabric. Yeah, exactly. You know.
Ye old fabric of stress or stretch.
Yes. That's what it's known as. That's what everyone calls it.
That's what I call it.
Fabric.
Okay, makes sense then.
Elastic. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Elastic. Thank you. Yeah, I'm stupid apparently.
We're definitely
ye old fabric of stretch. The Joy-Con.
We used to call it back in the day.
That's funny. The Joy-Con ring, or the Ring-Con, not compatible.
Which also makes sense because it wouldn't fit into the little slidey doodad.
Right. Joy-Con AA battery pair pack, or pack pair, not compatible.
Sure.
And then the Joy-Con charging stand 2-way, not compatible. Again, all due to size and whatnot. So, there's that. So they are actually bringing back Amiibo.
Yeah, it's still the Street Fighter Amiibo.
Yeah, so they got 3 Street Fighter figures, which actually look really good. And then they got the 4 heroes from Cheers the Kingdom. Yeah, so you got Tulin, the girl, I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Ryuji or
Yuji.
Is that what it is?
No, you're.
Oh,
I believe you're at least close. I can't.
I think it starts with an R. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then Sidon, and then of course Jimmy.
Why'd you do it?
Right. So, if anything, for the memes, people need to pick up Jimmy.
Maybe I should pick him up.
Dude, just for the memes. I mean,
just for the memes.
Forget Jimmy, man. Like, how do you not want Jimmy?
I wish I knew his actual stupid name.
It is Unobo? Unobo? Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Jimmy. Yeah, I struggle to pronounce that, and it's a stupid name, so therefore Jimmy.
Wow, I think Unobo's kind of cool. I don't know if we're saying that correctly.
But yeah, so you got that coming. And then you got the Street Fighter cards as well coming as well. So,
which that's a shame. Like, yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah, just have more of the actual characters.
Yeah, but
kind of like
they
Ryu
they were never gonna do. I mean, we already have Ryu though.
No, I know, just like a new Ryu, like a different Ryu.
No, I'm saying have some of the other people.
Well, sure. I did hear that the figures are going to be $20 now.
Yeah, that's not right.
So when they started, I guess Amiibo's been around for like 10 years now, which is really hard to believe.
You missed it, Uber. I already said it.
But it went from $12.99 to, I believe, $15.99, and now we're up to $19.99. So yeah, if you want Amiibo figures, you're paying for them.
I mean, usually that's how that works. Otherwise, that's called stealing.
Thank you, Mr. Literal. Let's see. There's going to be free updates for selected Nintendo Switch systems. So, free updates to improve playability on Nintendo Switch 2 systems will be released for select Nintendo Switch games. But I
don't like the select. I don't like that wording.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, like you would think, like just overall.
I mean, it needs to be programmed, I'm sure, to be like, okay, it can handle this.
To take advantage of it, yeah.
I'm sure
there's
already going to be, I'm sure there's already going to be, like, some updates just being on the thing. Just because, I would imagine it has more access to stuff.
Right. Well, I'm glad... So it seems like that there's going to be, like your typical Switch 2 like enhancement type packs that come with like DLC and whatever else, like your Mario Party Jamboree, your Kirby and the Forgotten Land, whatever. And those are going to be like more substantial, take advantage of the system software.
Which is fine, but I'm still, like, again, like, I'm looking at Bayonetta, and I'm looking at, like, other games that should have really run better.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess third parties can kind of do whatever they want to do.
Well,
I guess this is just kind of for, like, Nintendo games, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
But I guess these are gonna be just, like, smaller, like, enhancement type stuff. That's why they're gonna be free and not like paid. specifically right here, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the head runners for this particular type of update. Maybe you can actually play the games now.
Upgrade PowerPoint to slow motion show.
There actually was a list of all the games so far that was going to get that. Let me see if I have that.
It's all good, Uber. I hope your match went well.
Let's see. I don't actually have it right here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Nintendo Switch 2 free update. So free updates for select Nintendo Switch games right here. So these ones are the ones so far that have been announced that they're going to get these free updates for Nintendo Switch 2 to take advantage of the hardware. ARMS, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Mario Odyssey, Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Clubhouse Games, which, what do they need to do to take advantage of the hardware there? It's beyond me, but sure.
It will...
Maybe you can actually play 4-player bowling finally? Instead of just 2?
No, only 2.
Link's Awakening and Echoes of Wisdom, which, to be fair, those games definitely need that. Because
that works.
it did chug pretty rough.
Yeah, that's one that could use it.
Game Builder Garage,
which is interesting. I really didn't think they were going to have that working at all with it.
Yeah, I wanted to play it, but I just never went ahead and bought it, but because it kind of like died.
Yeah, well, it just kind of became like you couldn't do really all that much with it, honestly.
Right. But that's going to be taking advantage of it. This one's really weird. This guy right here, I have no idea. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Why?
It's even more deluxe.
Right, it's like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe Plus. Like, what the frick? Why not Mario Wonder? It just came out.
You don't like more deluxe?
Well, it's like, again, like, why not Mario Wonder? Like,
because I'm sure that's going to be a paid one.
Maybe. But yeah, so that one's getting it, and then of course Scarlet and Violet, which definitely need it. If they can actually fix those games, I may go back and mess around with them a little bit just to see if see what the difference is, if it's actually playable. But
if they fix those games, I may still not care.
But seriously, like, the fix for those games is literally the Switch 2. Like, like I said it before. People on the internet said it. Let's be real.
We all...
yeah. Hey, Fried. And then, of course, the last one on this list is Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. And let's see. The rest of the website's just kind of going through stuff that we're gonna kind of go through here real quick. Still. Let's see. The technical specs for the Switch 2. So it does have a touchscreen. 7.9 inch wide LCD screen. Which is going to be at 1080, HDR10 support, and up to 120 hertz. So, same thing that we always we knew about. It's an LCD screen, 1080p, 120 frames a second, which does, from the previews that...
System, like,
what's that?
What? I was gonna say, I don't want to know, like, just the system, like, how big it is and stuff. I want to know, like, actual hardware in it.
Well, let's see. It has a custom processor chip from NVIDIA, so it's nothing like... It's not the off-the-shelf Tegra that was, like, in the original, which people were able to hack pretty damn quick. So, I'm curious. I am honestly curious to see how quick it takes people to hack this system. Like legit. Like, I'm very curious. Every time they release new software or new hardware, I'm curious to see what kind of quality they put into the security functionality. Storage is going to be 256 gigs of onboard storage. It's got Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth. In TV mode, Switch 2 can be used with LAN. So, Ethernet cable.
Ethernet cable is actually in there.
Right, it's actually in the dock. Like, it's actually like part of the dock finally. Regular RJ45 connector, all that stuff. So, I just want the local wireless to actually work. Do you remember when you, me, and Jess were trying to play Mario Kart locally, handheld, and it just...
I remember.
It just tanked horribly. Connection problems, the whole 9 years. And we're all like... We were damn near shoulder to shoulder with one another.
Because of their weird... I don't know. It just, like... It just has these moments where it's like, yep, no, I refuse to connect. Screw you. Good luck.
Yep.
Peace.
Yep. So I'm really hoping, like, they fix that crap. Yeah. Because that was kind of insane, to be honest with you.
Yeah, oh, for
sure. Video output. HDMI connector in TV mode. Maximum of 4K resolution at 60 frames a second. So 4K 60, not bad. That's actually pretty damn good for right now, this time period. Considering most people only really do 1080 still. Like, I know people are saying like 4K is the average that everyone does now. It's really not. 1080 is the average. Yeah.
Now, I will say it's good that Nintendo didn't do another, like, oh, no one's using HDMI, we're not going to do HDMI. Like, that
the Wii situation, yeah.
Yeah, that was still not good. So at least it's like, hey, it's got that future-proofing.
Right.
That's all fine and good.
Well, again, in the era of diminishing returns, I feel like that even, like, television technology and stuff like that has kind of slowed down a little bit. People just... Like, if their 1080p television breaks, yeah, they'll go buy a 4K or something, but
yeah,
1080p is good enough for them, you know. Same idea for me. Like, I'm not going to rush out to go get 4K TV just for the Switch 2. I'm going to keep using the television that works, you know, up until it dies, and then I'll worry about upgrading, you know, type of thing. Let's see, supports 120 frames a second at 1080p or 1440 resolutions. Supports HDR10 and it has a maximum of 1080 resolution in tabletop and handheld mode, which is without the dock. Let's see. Audio output supports linear PCM output 5.1 channel. So that's kind of like, I think that, isn't that like your surround sound, like your quote unquote 3D audio as they marketed it as? Output via the HDMI connector through TV, obviously. Surround sound effect can be applied when outputting to headphones or the built-in speaker. Hence your 3D audio. So just, you know, you can figure out where things are coming from, which side. It's like super stereo. It's got stereo speakers. Microphone, built-in microphone with noise cancellation, echo cancellation, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
The micro SD express slot, which we knew. Compatible with micro SD express cards only up to 2 terabytes. I have to price, well, let me see real quick. Let's go
$1,000.
Go over to Amazon real quick and I don't know, just micro SD express general. So $256 for an express right now is $60. $128 is $45. I don't know. Is the SanDisk Extreme technically an Express? I don't think it is, but
I don't know.
So let me see if there is a 2 terabyte option. The Extreme must be Express.
It must be Extreme.
Because the Ultra micro SD was the fastest that the Switch 1 could handle, so maybe SanDisk Extreme could do it. 2 terabyte SanDisk Extreme is $176. Limited time deal. So I don't know anybody who's gonna be buying just that for storage, but you know.
You never know.
It has accelerometer, gyroscope, the mouse sensor located in the Joy-Con 2, brightness sensor located in the console. So no of the infrared sensor, it doesn't sound like, that the old Joy-Cons had. Was there any other sensors that we didn't really know about? I think that was the only one that wasn't included, right?
I think so.
They're saying keep it within 41 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit with 20 to 80% humidity. It has a 5220 milliamp hour lithium ion for the battery. So that's a pretty okay battery. I don't know what the average is, but I think that's substantial enough to do whatever it needs. For the extra oomph that it's getting. It says the battery life is approximately 2 to 6.5 hours, so that is about the same as the Switch 1 was getting. The original, not the red box Switch and or newer, those have different processing chips in them that make it so they are a little less power on the, and a little less hard on the battery. Charging time is approximately 3 hours while the system is in sleep mode. That's kind of interesting. So, for some of the technical specs out there for you guys. Let's see, other news. So there is accessories. Obviously we kind of already know about this, so we can kind of blow through this real quick. You got the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller for $80. It's HD Rumble 2, motion controls, built-in amiibo functionality, all that stuff that we've seen before. The Joy-Cons, which are $90. You have the Joy-Con 2 charging grip, which, again, is just a grip that I guess charges your stuff. The Joy-Con strips,
you can plug it in.
the wheels, the camera, which is just a USB-C camera at the end of the day. And then the dock set, a little carrying case, the big carrying case, and then the adapter. And then, of course, their Nintendo Mario branded micro SD Express. So
Yippee.
that's what those look like. Right here is an interesting little article I seen. GameStop offering $175 for trade-in for a Switch 1 toward a Switch 2, which is kind of a rip-off, honestly.
Yeah, but you're not gonna need that old Switch 2 or Switch 1. You can just trade it to us. We'll give you nothing for it. Come on.
Well, that's for an OLED. The regular Switch is only $125, and then the Switch Lite is only The Switch Lite is only $100.
Come on, we'll give you nothing.
So, to be honest with you, the Switch Lite is the best deal. Because the Switch Lite's only like $200, I think.
Yep.
So you're getting like 50% of your money back. The other ones are kind of a rip-off. Never change, GameStop.
Oh wait, please change immediately. You suck.
Right. So this was kind of an interesting thing. Screenshots and videos you take on Nintendo Switch 2 will instantly appear on the Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch app on your phone.
Oh, so that's what it should have done from the beginning, honestly.
Right, so it's all kind of like linked together. Any screenshots you take will instantly go to your Nintendo account, and I guess your Nintendo account will put it on your phone or something. Something along those lines.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It says, only the latest 100 screenshots or videos from the last 30 days can be viewed in the Nintendo Switch app. So, of course, there has to be those weird, funky Nintendo limitations. They just can't let you have it fully.
I love limitations.
So that's kind of a cool little feature. Now this one is interesting. So this one's interesting. This is what is kind of making everybody think that the patents and stuff, or not the patents, sorry, the tariffs are a thing with all this right now. Because Japan is getting their own version of the Nintendo Switch 2 for significantly less money. And it is going to be region locked, and only Nintendo Japanese accounts can be used on it. So that is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what's making everyone think like the tariffs going on is affecting the price of all this stuff, because literally, like, if you live in Japan, there you go, you got a cheaper Switch. It's region locked because they don't, because of, well, I guess tariffs and stuff like that, and people, they don't want people taking advantage of crap or whatever, I'm gonna guess. I don't know if it's a legality thing.
It's weird that they're going backwards on the region lock thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a legality thing or if it's a something else thing. where they just don't want other people taking advantage of that, like, Japanese account thing. I don't know. Because a lot of people, well, kind of myself included, took kind of advantage of the region free thing and made it like a Japanese account just so I could download like the Japanese exclusive games when those came by, and I never even did that. That's how people would get a hold of games so quickly and download them, because they would make like an Australian account or whatever, do time zones, and which they would get their games like a day early or whatever. Whichever time zone was the latest one, they would get all their games early because of the region free stuff. And then you can play those games with like an American account, even though you downloaded it with like a whatever account. I'm saying Australian, but whatever, right? So, and then it unlocks the game fully for the American account, like the American version or whatever. So,
yeah,
I don't know if they're just trying to knuckle down on that, or if it's more of a legality thing, or what it is, you know, type of thing. So yeah, you got that going on, which is kind of strange, but here we do have a screenshot of what the Nintendo Switch 2 menu will look like. Obviously,
which looks very similar.
Right, looks similar to Switch 1. Which, to be fair, does that really surprise anybody? Like,
nope.
It's not surprising to me. People were memeing that this is actually extremely accurate, because after they buy Mario Kart World, they can't afford any other game. So yeah, I get what Nintendo's trying to do, keep the menu nice and snappy and stuff like that, which I do appreciate. I just wish it had more of that like next gen feel. Like, give us maybe like some themes or something, like anything to kind of help with that next gen feel type of thing. What exactly will the Nintendo Switch do? Play games.
It'll play,
and you can it lets you chat with people like Discord. Wonder if VC will transfer. Virtual Console? It is backwards compatible with all your Switch 1 games.
Yeah, but I mean, if you mean VC like the Nintendo Online thing, yeah, I think they've already said that it works.
Yeah, all that will work. The subscription service will work. The only issue, and I had the chart at one time. Actually, this is a good segue into this if I can find it. See if I can find it real quick.
Segways. I love segways.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't actually have it up, but right here. Okay. So here is a chart of Nintendo Switch 2 compatibility games. So I guess they're like doing a bunch of tests, and they're going to be testing stuff throughout the generation, I'm going to assume. It looks like that 99% of Nintendo made games, like in-house made games, will work with no problem. So far, oh, there's one not compatible game, and I believe they said it was the VR Labo kit thing.
Yeah, they were just like straight up like, nope, this one doesn't work.
Right. I think that was like the only one that they said though. Nintendo brand.
Yeah.
Now for third-party games, or quote-unquote partner games,
it was like a bunch of them. It was weird.
Right. So 20%, or a little bit over 20%, was found to have no problems or compatibility problems. There's still like 4/5 of the chart that needs to be tested, or the game is playable but has certain issues in the game. So like not fully compatible type of thing. Games that cannot be played on Nintendo Switch 2. Toy-Con VR kit, of course. Then they go into, you need to have a regular Joy-Con for these types of games, like Ring Fit, 1-2 Switch, the Horseman's 1-2 Switch, Game Builder Garage, Switch Sports, WarioWare, and all the other Labo stuff. Right here. So they got kind of like a PDF explaining different issues that are being investigated. Just to name a couple off, a boy and his blob. Looks like Baron.
I saw like Doom Eternal was on there, and yeah.
Yep, Doom Eternal is a big one. Dead by Daylight. Final Fantasy.
A lot of the games that had like a lot of concessions, I feel like, are the ones that really got hit.
Right. Like Little Nightmares, Oddworld, Plants vs. Zombies, Rocket League.
Really?
Yep. South
I wonder if
Park.
it'll just have its own Switch 2 version, honestly.
It very well might, to be honest. Star Wars, Super Neptunia RPG, which is very interesting because that game needed a little bit more oomph. That game was kind of frame rate hell. Jackbox is going to be a big one. I'm actually shocked that they're having problems with Jackbox 1 and 2.
I wonder if it maybe something weird with the cell phone integration.
Could be. The Talos Principle.
Well, and here's the thing, like, they're not telling us exactly what's going on, so I'm sure it's just like, hey, this game runs fine, but there's like a couple weird graphical glitches, or there's a couple weird whatever's going on.
Right. It very well
probably
could
need
be.
an update. Yeah, it's probably fine.
Actually, those ones I think are the ones. I think let me look again real quick. I just reopen close tab. Nintendo Switch games with startup issues. So these games don't even start up. Like, these are the games right here that I just mentioned. They don't even start or launch on the Switch 2.
Some in-game compatible issues.
And then these ones here are ones that are able to be launched, but they have in-game compatibility problems. So like Alan Wake Remastered, Dust and Elysian Tale, Arcade Archives, Tetris, both of them.
A lot of the archive games I saw were on there. Harvestella,
which is a shame because I still have that on the Switch 1 that I really want to play. That's another reason why I'm not getting rid of my Switch 1, because of stuff like this. Overcooked.
Overcooked has issues? No.
Yeah. Street Fighter. Neptunia X Senran Kagura. And, of course, a good handful of others. So, Yeah, that's definitely a thing. So yeah, so there is compatibility problems, even though they're saying, oh, all games are going to be compatible with it. That's not 100% true.
Well, I mean, they're working on it.
But yeah, and I assume that they're going to get more and more games working as time goes on. Or maybe they won't. Who knows? Maybe it'll be like Xbox and like only some original Xbox games are going to work. Obviously, I do have this right here, which we already kind of know about. Mario Kart World, launch day, $80. We already kind of talked about that one. Which I do want to go into Mario Kart World in more detail, given all the information that we've received. But since this Real Talk is kind of already getting over the allotted time that I wanted it to be, we'll probably have to do that later. Maybe during the Mario Kart 2 Direct. Or sorry, the Mario Kart World Direct, sorry. But here, so this is a preview video of the new Nintendo Switch 2 eShop. So you can see that they're kind of flipping through games, watching some previews and stuff like that. So I did hear that the new eShop is actually better. I heard that it's significantly better. You can actually see...
Get worse.
You can see like what your friends have been playing. There's selections that will like find like stuff that's recommended to you type of thing. So it's got some kind of cool features, but as long as they fix like the lag problem, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, we're not really gonna know until we have it in our hands.
Right. Well, if you remember, the Switch 1 shop, when we first got it in our hands, it was perfect. It was flawless. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was quick.
Nothing on it.
Right. Exactly.
It works great as long as there's nothing to look at.
Yep. 100%. So, yeah. But since this is just going to be an extension of the eShop, the Switch eShop type thing, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how it works, but we haven't got an eShop update during the entire 8 years of the Switch 1 generation, so hopefully this will help.
Yeah.
Let's see. So this one right here, the Nintendo Switch 2 game keycard overview. So a lot of people were freaking out on this one, where there is specific Switch 2 physical cases that has like a authentication key on the cartridge, and then it has to like download the game.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously we had a bunch of that during the Switch 1 era, especially kind of like early on, and a lot of people got confused with it, where, you know, you had to download the full game even though you had the cartridge and whatnot, because a lot of the game companies were opting to buy just the little 8 GB cartridge not wanting to spend money to put the full game on a big cartridge, like a 32 gigabyte cartridge. So they're like, oh, well, we'll just cut costs and we'll give you this little physical cartridge and you can just download the rest of the game and we'll be good. Which is fine, I guess. But you come across some problems.
Fine.
One, you still have to have the physical cartridge in the Switch to be able to play the game, you know, to authenticate it. And at that point, why wouldn't I just buy the full digital version so I didn't have to put the game cartridge in the Switch? So it's just there, you know? If I'm downloading a digital version, why would I want to get up, switch the cartridge out, put it back in the dock, just to play a digital game?
Yeah.
You know, so that's one problem. And then the other problem is, the obvious one, is in 20 years, when the servers go offline, you have the physical cartridge that can't do jack dilly squat because there's no server to download the game from. So it's just it's a complete waste.
Yep.
So I knew a lot of people were seeing this and they were like, oh, all the Nintendo Switch 2 games are gonna be this way. No, they're not. This is really just for, well, game developers that want to go in that direction. Which hopefully not too many, but you know, who knows if they're gonna cut costs or not. And then
the answer is yes.
But this, I also assume that this would go for like your Fortnites, your Rocket Leagues, your League of Legends, whatever, those type of games that you have to be online anyway type of thing. But at least they are indicating it on the box now. So that's kind of actually helpful. In the long run. And then of course, I haven't seen any kind of semblance of any kind of quote unquote cloud games. You know, kind of like how Kingdom Hearts cloud version or whatever, which I'm still curious about how.
Hope that's gone.
Well, I don't want them to be gone because I feel bad for the people who bought the game for full price for a cloud version.
I mean, here's the problem. They shouldn't have bought it in the first place.
You know, like Control was the same way. It was just kind of ridiculous. Actually, PSO2 was the same way. The only difference there was PSO2 is a free-to-play game.
Online.
Yeah.
Well, sure, but I mean, it's also like you're gonna need to be online anyway.
Right.
It is an MMO.
So, but yeah, so I hope the cloud stuff is still there for the people who play the games. I don't know for how long, but this is how this particular thing is going to be working, this game key card thing. So not all Switch games are going to be like that. I think I've seen where the full games are actually like they now have 64 gigabyte carts. I don't know what the pricing of those are, but yeah, so there is going to be full games on cartridges. It's just for these types of select ones. I'm just glad that they're adding some branding to it now, so people don't get confused. Because it was a big point of contention. Like, even I was like, okay, is this a game that has to be downloaded, or is this a game that's the full game's on the cartridge? And then, like, you can't really tell. You had to wait for people who have more pull than me in these news areas on YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, to tell you. Because I don't know where they're sourcing their information from, but obviously all the news outlets are going to know. So whether you watch, you know, Spawn Wave, GVG, Game Explain. I don't know if Andre's still around or not, but or whoever, Nintendo Life. Like, if you watch any of them, obviously you're gonna get the information because they all report the same stuff usually, including their opinions. Just like we're giving you guys our opinions.
I am not.
And then, one last thing that I think I have here. It's not really Switch 2 related, but it kind of is Switch 2 related. It's actually more Toby Fox's Q&A for Deltarune. Deltarune's going to be $25 in North America. It will be the cost of all 4 chapters and everything, like just everything going forward. And I believe I also seen Toby say that it's not just coming to the Switch 2, but it's also going to be on PS5, Xbox, I think Xbox, and PC as well, if I'm not mistaken. All on the same day.
Which, I mean, makes sense.
And that's just because I'm really excited for Deltarune. I was not expecting Deltarune in the middle of a Switch 2. Oh. Looks like Twitter is being creepy right now, because as soon as I just refreshed my screen, this popped up. So Nintendo Switch 2 game carts, regular game carts are up to 64 gigabytes and do not necessarily require a download to play. Game key cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data. Instead, the game key card is your key to downloading the full game, which is ridiculous.
It's so dumb.
Oh, and I don't know if this is actually legitimate right now, but it looks like Bravely Default is a game key card, possibly.
Wow.
So that might not actually have a physical release. I don't know. This could just be a mock-up for the example, but that will be interesting.
Like the sports title or something, because you know they're not gonna. They're gonna be as cheap as possible.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because that's their MMO. MMO.
Their MMO. So yeah, thank you, Twitter, for being kind of creepy, but and I know IGN was reporting a few things as well, although I felt some of their stuff was not 100% accurate. Right here is the Switch 2 battery life stuff that we kind of went over. Switch OLED gets 4.5 to 9 hours. Regular Switch is 2.5 to 6.5 hours, or version 2 gets up to 9. The Lite gets 3 to 7. Switch 2 gets 2 to 6.5.
Nice.
Switch 2 battery life is worse than the original. I disagree. I mean, by 0.5. There was times where my Switch died in 2 hours. I promise you. Like, it happens. Especially when you're playing like a graphically intensive game and whatnot. Let's see. Yeah, we'll talk. I guess we can talk more about the Mario Kart stuff later. Oh, right here. Right here is interesting something. Nintendo Online plus expensive pass So you get all the Nintendo classics from NES, Super NES, Game Boy Advance, N64, and GameCube. Includes all Nintendo Switch Online features, plus access to Nintendo classics, Game Boy Advance, N64, whatever, which we know about. Oh, Sega Genesis. And select DLC. And then exclusively on Switch 2, you get... Oh, this is interesting here. So only... I didn't hear you say this. Only on Switch 2, you get GameCube.
Oh, that. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the whatever.
Oh, the DLC.
Upgrades.
Yeah, the upgrade packs. But yeah, only on Switch 2 do you get GameCube stuff. Which...
Yep, they said that when they announced it.
Really? I thought it was going to be coming across the board.
Nope.
That's interesting. So they really are going the way of, like, Apple. Game chat is expensive pass only. Yes. Yes, it is. I think so.
What? No. You, as long as you just have NSO.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look up like there's a picture that goes along with this that talks about just like the normal NSO.
Let's see. So game chat. Game chat is included with any Nintendo Switch Online membership. Okay, cool.
There it is.
Yep. So yeah, so you don't need...
That's not the case.
You don't need the expensive pass, I think.
Nope.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a lot... There's a lot to
unpack.
To this. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. Again, I feel like they're kind of going the way of Apple. They're kind of being a little greedy about everything, but but at the same time, I do feel like that there is going to be fun, there is going to be quality, and there's games to play at launch. You know, whether you like classic games, like GameCube games, stuff like that. If you're paying for the subscription, Mario Kart. I don't know. What are some of your thoughts, Chowster? Like, give me your honest thoughts on how you feel about it.
I think it's fine. I mean, there's definitely some things that are like, well, that doesn't sound great.
Right. But anything that's stopping you from buying it?
No, I mean, I definitely want it.
Are you picking up on launch?
That is the plan. It just depends on how things are going.
You heard it here, folks. You got Chowster's full recommendation. The Switch 2 is a go.
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think so. One thing that we always kind of do, me and Chowster, is we kind of like always get our game consoles together, or at least try to, sort of. But I know with the Switch 1, I forget everything that you bought, because we were like buying each other accessories and stuff like that. like, hey, I found the carrying case. Do you want that? Yeah, go ahead and pick that up for me. You know, type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, like, so we were kind of like doing that constantly, like for, I think it lasted for like 2 weeks. But I think what I'm gonna go with this time around is I'm gonna get the console. Obviously, I'm gonna get the carrying case and the screen protector, because I got a cheap carrying case for the Switch 1. But but I want the screen protector and whatnot. And then I think I'm gonna skip out on the camera because one, obviously I'm an anime wolf online and cameras don't work with me real well. So I don't think I really need that per se. And plus, I guess you can use, like I said, any USB-C camera will work. I do want to kind of get the Switch 2 Pro controller, just because I heard it was a little bit of a better upgrade. It's not like super crazy substantial, but it's a little better.
Know, though.
Well, just from here talk. Different news sources and outlets.
Yeah.
Well, they got the big New York event, remember?
I know.
And like some of the news outlets and stuff were talking about it. I watched a lot of like GVG's stuff. I watched a lot of like Nintendo Life stuff today.
Yeah.
Share games online while you chat. Oh, that's just like share, like you playing the game or something. Of course, parental controls.
Play the game.
Yeah, so I kind of want to get the Pro controller. I may not, but I may have to kind of just ease into it this time around, kind of like what you were saying. Because I was thinking about jumping right into the deep end, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of dumb. So,
I get you.
But anyway, this is kind of getting to be a little long here, so we're going to go ahead and wrap things up a little bit. You got any kind of final thoughts or anything?
$80 for games are ridiculous.
Right. Well, if you look, a lot of their game prices were kind of like all over the place. It's kind of like the Wild West of game prices again. Like Mario Kart, was 80, but Donkey Kong Banana Slamma was 70, and then some of the third-party stuff was like still like 60 and stuff like that.
Again, I'm sure the third parties are going to be like, hey, Nintendo charged $80 for a game. We could do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Even though most of them are never worth that. They're not even worth the flipping
60 or whatever.
$60, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, you already know that Grand Theft Auto, who does Grand Theft Auto?
They're flipping 2K is the publisher, and you already know they're trash.
Yeah, they
Rockstar who makes it.
Right. Yeah, you already know that they're gonna try to charge friggin' $100 for their game.
Keep saying, "Oh, I'd pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto 6." Like, shut up. Even if that's the case, stop telling them that.
Yeah.
Like what the crap is wrong with you?
Right. Apparently, money grows on trees.
I don't want to have my money.
Right.
Please,
boy,
someone take my money.
Boy, I hate having money. It sucks.
Yeah. Man, all this money, I can't get rid of it fast enough. Like, I'll volunteer.
Please. Yeah, please. I'll take it off your hands right now.
Yeah, if if you're not feeling it, that's fine. I can help you out.
But yeah, so you know that they're smiling from ear to ear right now that Nintendo's charging 80 for Mario Kart, and then Sony is kind of like, oh, well, if they're going to charge 80 for just Mario Kart, that Babby game, our multi-million-dollar AAA games are worth 100 or whatever, so you already know that Sony's going to be on that board with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going to be a little rough here. There's definitely a big splash in the gaming industry at the moment.
Yeah.
Just because they want to see what they can get away with. And unfortunately, with Nintendo, their IPs are so powerful, and everything, like, they'll probably get away with it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it's going. I think this is a good price. I don't want to have money anymore.
Right. So it's gonna be interesting here for a little while, but
yeah,
it is. I did think it was interesting. I'm just gonna put one more side note real quick. If you looked at the Treehouse at all today, on Twitch or whatever, like the entire time it was people ranting, drop the price, drop the price. Yep. Like the whole stream. And like to the point, like an awkward degree. Like people are literally rioting on the internet the best they can with torches and pitchforks.
Yeah.
So you're guaranteed you're guaranteed that you're like Nintendo is watching, but I think that they've been on top of their game for so long, like for the last 8 years or so. They've just been crazy successful. They don't know how to handle this type of thing. And if you want my honest opinion, ever since Iwata passed and Reggie retired, I don't know if the people who took over actually have the skill set to be like the spokesperson, like type of thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you never see anything with Bowser anymore.
Yeah, Doug Bowser. I don't think he's done like a public interview in like almost 2 years. Like it's been kind of crazy. So I'm gonna assume that they're definitely paying attention, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah.
They might just do nothing. A lot of people are saying that they may hide the comments for tomorrow's Treehouse or whatever. And if they do that, you're guaranteed that's gonna make a lot of people angry. It's gonna get reported, and they're gonna get a lot of bad PR, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. I want to see how they tread the waters here. They might not do anything, which, let's face it, they probably won't. But I don't know.
For sure.
The internet was able to fix ugly Sonic. Maybe they can fix ugly game prices.
Maybe.
But alright, that is going to be it for us tonight. It's been a nice long real talk. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, be sure to click the follow button. That way you can tune back in for everything else we're doing. We'll do another real talk segment for the Mario Kart World here in a couple weeks. Maybe I'll do one more real talk in between then, talking about Mario Kart just like before the big direct. If Chowster wants to join, then great. Because there's a lot to go over with Mario Kart World, just that alone. The amount of information that came out. So it'd be fun to kind of cover it and give you guys my opinions and what I found and stuff like that too. So but yeah, anything else to add? No? Good?
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so have an awesome night, guys. We'll catch you guys next time, and as always, this is Wolfblade.
And this is Chester.
Signing out.